I picked yet again a great view for relaxation. Look at this view. Look at view. Pretty, pretty. Like all the clouds. Nothing but mountains everywhere. It's just some back street where you can relax for a little bit and unwind. Somebody was like, you can't park on this street. And there was a passenger. There was a passenger, and the passenger said, you can't always sleep everywhere and anywhere, because I've gotten kicked off at different places. Well, the thing that you have to pay attention to is those stupid signs that nobody pays attention to. It's all like, you can't park where like they're anal retentive about no parking for long amounts of time. So you can't park where people have issues about long parking. But none of us pay attention when we're waiting for a Lyft ride too. We don't pay attention. So we'll be waiting for the next Lyft ride. You might end up sitting there for an hour and a half, but you lose track of time. You start playing a game on your phone. You start fiddling with your Facebook. Then all of a sudden it's like 2 hours later and you're like, oh my gosh, I sat here for 2 hours and I didn't make any money. See, sometimes after an hour, you're like, I've been sitting here forever. There's no rides. Let's drive around, find a different area. Maybe we can find a ride. Sometimes though, you get bored or you get into your game and you don't realize you've been sitting there for like 2 hours. But like, some companies get mad. So some of them, you have to buy something and you can have your 2 or 3 hours. So with some places, you just have to pay attention, and the signs will say, you know, you get 2 or 3 hours if you buy something. So then you buy something, you get your 2 or 3 hours. And one of them, I think, is like 4 hours. You have to be shopping or buying something. You just have to follow the rules. And the problem is nobody ever pays attention to the stupid rules. Because when it's just out in the public, they can't do anything to you. Unless you seem like a loitering nuisance. But you could argue with a cop, I'm not a loitering nuisance. I'm not doing anything. But they'll just tell you to leave. Because somebody called the police because they felt like you were a loitering nuisance because you were there for 2 days and they saw you there for 2 days or something. And that's usually what happens. If you park somewhere where people are sensitive about it, then they'll tell a cop that you're a loitering public nuisance. And that's the only way you can get kicked off of a public street. You can't get kicked off of a public street. It's a public street. You have to be doing something where the cops or somebody would feel like you really shouldn't be on an open public street. Like a loitering nuisance. Or a bothersome nuisance. But like, we all do it where we park and it says you can't park there. And then you're like, well, just treat me the way you would treat anyone. Don't pick on me because I'm a dead God, man. He will fucking send you to hell and shit. Don't pick on Jesus because he's Jesus. Never pick on Bonnie because she's Bonnie, the dead God. And don't ever pick on God because he's God Almighty, the Father. Don't pick on heavens. What the hell kind of suicidal shit down here? I mean, seriously, don't pick on anything that has power, authority, or fancy titles beyond human. Because like, you don't know what you're asking for to be brought upon you. Don't do that. But whatever, you treat everybody like you treat everybody like you treat everybody, then it won't matter. But yeah, whatever. There's a billion ways. I don't have like 2 friends that live ulterior lifestyles. I have a bajillion friends that don't have a house and live out of their car or live out of alternative realities. And they do just fine. And there's a bajillion of them. But unlike Lyft drivers, they just pay attention to the signs of where they're supposed to park or not more than everybody else.